Alright people, it is timed edge, it's Tuesday, we're back on the market. This is the currency futures triad. Just doing a quick markup. Got a bullish daily profile on the currency futures triad. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I do apologise. We've got this level of liquidity built here, key level, you can see. 3 candle model. Okay, so I expect that probably to be taken out in all honesty. Before we continue back down, let's look at the weekly. We've got also a 3 candle model on the weekly as well. So you can see our draw of liquidity is this low. Open, high, low, close. So we're expecting a bearish candle. If we open, high, low, close. First target would be previous week's low. Then second target would probably be this full-bodied candle here, and we could trade into that. I know, but we trade daily profile first, so until that liquidity's been taken out, I'd like to see some kind of Monday range formed. Okay, so I'd like to see some kind of sequential SMT above. Excuse me, I'm dying. All assets have wicked above the Asia range. Let's mark out the 6 hour 50%. It's NFP week, so Tuesday, Wednesday should be good days, to be honest. Thursday it's going to be a slight problem. Trading the day before NFP, so if I'm going to trade from the 6 hour 50%, I want to see the 1 hour close into it, and then we get another new liquidity pool. That would be a total soup or a sequential SMT, whatever it is. So there's not much we can do here. Just going to measure out the Asia range, see what kind of session profile we have. Okay, so that looks like Asia's ranged. If I go quiet, that just means I'm jotting down something. If Asia has range, that's AMDX session profile, so we can expect London to make the wick. Let's see what's happened here. Excuse me. So we do have a little bit of news. It is reacting from the 50%. In order for me to trade that though, I'd need new liquidity pool. I'm not just going to take that off the mitigation there. News at 3 PM today. And that is gamma music in the background if you can hear it. I don't know if you can. Yesterday's price action, I was looking for longs in around New York. We did get the setup, the 6 hour SMT, didn't get the execution. But I thought we were going to go and take this high, so this high, relative equal highs, I want that to be swept today. Excuse me. So one of the assets to mitigate EQ, we'll probably see that 6E reaches up here. Let's mark up the index futures. So we've had a bit of an expansion day on Monday. Well, maybe more a bit of a range actually. So what can we expect today? Manipulation. Range weekly profile. You can see that all the assets are above 50%. That would indicate to me that one of the highs are going to go. Sorry, my voice is going. That one of the highs is probably more than likely to go. So that's definitely a key level on all of them. Let's mark that out, set some alerts. Drop down to the daily. Bullish daily profile, or two out of the 3 assets have closed above, so what does that mean? Buy below the open. Check if there's any higher time frame CRT, possibly here, possibly a bearish CRT. I would like to say I want to see that weekly high gone though, so it's just a matter of waiting. Had some 6 hour CRT taken out there. See that from yesterday. Looking to short, it did come in. When did that short? Get SMT at these highs. That'd be a nice short to take out that weekly CRT model. See what Asia's saying. Tuesday, high probability CRT day, especially where Asia has Monday range. AMDX profile for the week on the index. Let's see what the session profile is for today. Currency futures are looking to make a wick in London. The manipulation should form in London. Not always. It's just a guideline. Nothing is certain in trading, that's for sure. But with that in mind, we can definitely use it to our advantage. Looks like we got a range here as well. Let me just get rid of yesterday's Asian range. Alright, let me measure out Asia range. See what we're dealing with. You can clearly see Asia has ranged over in this tight range. You seem to have taken 6 hour low there. I don't trade index futures until 8 AM if you've been following me. So we have a tight range on all of them. There's a key event risk on the US at 3 PM, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, 3 PM we've got jolts. So what we have here? We are bullish on the daily profile. We've had a 6 hour sweep here. Draw of liquidity would be the highs. We're expecting probably weekly highs to go at some stage. We're bullish on the profile. We have closed back within the range. We did have a, let's see what the Monday's saying. Kind of a range formed here as well. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking for manipulation today, probably at the highs. It might be a slow day though, but we've got news in the afternoon, so let's see what comes up. We've swept one side of Asia already, so if we go up and take the high, I'm not really interested. I want to see one of the SMR levels taken for a trade, because it just diminishes the confidence I have in it. We are bullish as well, and we've swept one side. Normally if we sweep the other, so I want to see it come back below Q1, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to trade this till 8 AM, and let's have a look. Yeah, I knew this was could be going up. Reacting from that EQ. I trade 6E and NQ'd. They're my go-to pairs. The other assets are closely correlated pairs, so I use that for divergence. (7 AM is normally our Judas before the real move, so but our draw of liquidity is definitely that 3 candle high, so let's see what happens now. Even if 7 and 8 AM push up, we still got that resting liquidity here. It's just now it's engineered this in here, get a sweep, maybe back down. You know, the weekly's bearish. Oh, excuse me, it's just trying to update Discord. Now, do I really want to short this if 6B takes a high and 6E leaves these another draw? So if 6E leaves something like that, we just got all the loads of liquidity above, and then that just means we're just going to target that possibly tomorrow. So let's see what price action does. London should make the wick, so that's exactly what we're doing. The Judas is pushing up. I would like to see a little bit of them relative equal highs taken out. NQ. It's not often that NQ and the currency futures move together. I think off of the back of the news last week, the higher rates, stronger dollar, but that also means if the stronger dollar and higher rates, higher rates for businesses are going to affect that, and that's going to start to come down. So that's why you found that 6E was stronger, and the stocks were also coming down. So this is just recalibrating, I can imagine. We obviously have these SMR levels, but I want to see a manipulation above previous day's high, especially if there's a range formed. We expect manipulation in Tuesday, distribution Wednesday. That'd be a lovely setup for the week. What have we got on Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday's a good day to trade. We've got some ADP, ISM, news. Friday looks like we've got the Euro bank holiday in the morning, so you won't really want to trade until after non-farm payroll, that's for sure. Should be a setup after that. That's when you want to get in the market. Thursday's going to be slow. Even with a news release on Thursday, it's always a little bit touch and go, just because you've got NFP on Friday, and institutions don't like to put their money before that. So in Q, looks like we're going to sweep Asia. That would be the draw anyway. We've got a 6-hour SMT there. Come at 5 o'clock, that one. Did we get a 1 hour? No. Excuse me. Sorry about that, I had to sort something out. So we are pulling up into this SMR level here. Still going to be a level of liquidity above this high. Yeah, there's too much liquidity above for me to look for a position here at 8 o'clock. Maybe 6B might run this high. 6E stays below. What is that? It's Thursday's high, yeah. There's going to be a lot of liquidity above here for sure, and here. Maybe we get a push up here. These two stay below. Possibly. But this is built up a bit more, so it's a waiting game for me on the currency futures triad for sure. Bullish daily profile. Swept the high. There's going to be liquidity below previous day's low, that's for sure. We had YM take out the 6-hour SMT and then failed to take the higher, so we've got to go for more sell side. And only sell side we have here really is this SMR level. We've got previous day's low here below this wick. So if we intend to go a bit higher, we want to see some more sell side taken out. We are bullish on the profile, but that is not a good sign. If we've wicked here and we don't go and take the high, we just seem to be pushing down. We're standing in a tight range at the moment, so looking for a bit more confluence on this in order to take a long, if we're going to go long. Let's mark this level, set an alert here. See if YM pushes into that. We're going to have liquidity below this low, but obviously the previous day's low is more important for me. Let's have a look at the 6-hour. Yeah, that's that low there. 3 candle model met there. It's a waiting game. What's going on here? Due to Seem to be reacting from that SMR level, don't we? It's definitely going to be liquidity above. Let's have a look at the day. Just make sure I'm profiling this right. We have closed above. There was a bit of rejection now. Let's have a little look on the old percentage there. I'm going to have to run some testing on the Monday range model for sure across NQ and, well, currencies and index futures to see what we have and when we have it, like I do with the Asia. Definitely seem to be getting some sellers coming at this level. Well, we've mitigated equilibrium of the 6 hour, so if we do go back down from here, the liquidity rests in Asia low, doesn't it? Obviously, we've mitigated here. The other end of the range becomes the draw of liquidity. That's where sell side sits, and you've got previous day's low here, and Thursday's low there. Let's have a look at the weekly. We are above 50%. Let me check the CFD data. Same. Excuse me. See how amazing these levels are. They were built into the timed edge indicator. You can get that on my Watt page if you want. Lots to do on that. Still some stuff I need to work on, but yeah, great indicator. Especially if you trade these concepts, CRT, QT, they go together hand in hand. So what are we doing here? It looks like we're building more liquidity, to be honest. In normal circumstances, yes, I would consider taking a short from here. But as it being Tuesday and we've got all these levels built above it, I don't know if it's ideal, or maybe I'll just try and hit it anyway. We are seeming to get some kind of so we are beginning to push down here. SMR would be my target. Failed to take Asia high, so this is a liquidity zone that we can look to trade into for sure. Still not there at 8 o'clock. Nothing for us to do here, to be honest. It's a waiting game. Just got to wait until this pushes into here. Another hour, 9 AM might set up. Let's have a look here, what's going on. I've got a full body candle here. We are in SMR, but like I say, my draw of liquidity is higher. Just trying to think of the last kiss model. If all assets were a bit closer to the highs, then I'd potentially take the last kiss 1 hour model, but it's not. We've got a few discrepancies, not enough confluence for that trade, I don't think. That looks to be a bit wrong on 6S, doesn't it? That key level's not quite on that line. No, I'm not going to get suckered into that. I think it's advertising that to get people in. Maybe these shorts, and if it is, I don't mind. Probably take the high over here if we're going to go back down, but I don't think it's going to be long-lived. I still believe there's going to be liquidity above, so we'll see. We shall see, mon ami. I had the correct bias yesterday. Asia expanded. We know we're going to I thought we were going to get up here. Let's just check the CFD data. Actually, that's a good point. See if we did sweep it on the CFD. Oh, we did. Okay, so this is potentially free candle model was swept on 6E. What about 6B? I mean GU, nowhere near. So we have actually played into that. Does that sway me? Let's get rid of this. Does that sway me to take a short? I think there's definitely a possibility. We're not in the right bit of the range for me anyway. For taking reversals, I want to be at least above EQ around this level. So not for me. taking the high, we're going to push down. I still think there's going to be a level of liquidity taken out here, but we did get this something similar last week actually, where I was waiting for maybe these, I think it's these highs or something to go, and on CFDs it had taken the high. Something for you to always check, because if the not often, but futures sometimes leaves equal highs, and you can obviously find a cracking correlation on the CFD data, so I always look there. See what the index is doing. It's 805. Nothing for us to do there unless it come into this level. It's a waiting game. Slow morning this morning so far. We've got 6S now taking the high again, going for the second sweep. I don't think I'm a fan. Still a bit of a waiting game for me for sure. If there's anything more you want to see from me as well, please leave your comments, like, subscribe. I think last Thursday was a kick for me. I was about 10 minutes too late to catch that short. My model formed here and I got on the market, 10 minutes too late, and that was some reason my alert didn't come off. I was busy doing something else, but lessons learnt. I'm still learning every day. You'll never stop learning every day. The routine, discipline, if you're learning to trade and you're watching this content. I think this is advertising for a short to sucker people in. I still believe the draw of liquidity is definitely going to be previous day's high here. Monday high. We've got a Monday range, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, setting up for the weekly profile. Yeah, look at 6S. Now we're starting to move. That's fine as well, if that's what's going to happen. I don't mind if it goes short from here. I'm well aware of the liquidity resting above these relative equal highs on the futures, especially previous day's high as well. Let me just check the CFD, make sure we haven't taken previous day's high. No, we haven't. Okay, so yes, we have swept there. Interested in previous day's high for sure now, with that even more, so we'll see what these do in the coming hour. 8:08. It's London time, obviously. Just showing someone in Discord what I'm waiting for. Set an alert here for previous day's high. It's so easy when you trade CRT and you can understand the draws on liquidity through the candles. It makes your whole life so much easier. You know it's reacted out of equilibrium. If we're going to go down, and if we're on a trending bullish profile, where is the draw of liquidity on all these assets? So between these assets, 2 of the assets were closed bullish. Okay, so where's the draw of liquidity? Draw of liquidity is always going to be previous day's high. Okay, so that means that price is more likely to get up here than it is to get down here. So we're just waiting. It's a waiting game. Previous day's high here. Got a liquidity pull here on 6S. Looks like we're going to go up and take that. 6B, there's obviously some sellers coming into 6B. Got a level of got these 2 levels on 6E. My main focus is 6E. That's the one I trade on. Just using the others to correlate against. Excuse me. You can join my Discord if you wish for free. The link's in my Twitter account if you're hearing this. Other than that, I'll be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, London and possibly New York as well. Monday sometimes I'll go on in the morning, but more than likely I'll skip it because it's the first quarter of the week, so PSP could have possibly taken that short. If there wasn't liquidity above I would have been interested, but just think we're playing with fire trying to take a short here. It's advertising for shorts because it's going to run the high, and we shall see. I might be wrong. I can be wrong, I'm only human. This is definitely pushing down. Nothing else can do, sorry. Looking for that confluence. Maybe ES takes these low, that would be lovely. Because NQ is a little bit further away. Weekly cycle, standard deviation, that's risking 2R on the trade. If we get all the stars aligned down there, that's for sure. Seems like it's going to be a waiting game. picked up a little cold at the weekend, so I do apologise. News at 3 p.m. US, so there'll be liquidity in the market. I won't be trading at 12 though. On index, that'll be 1 o'clock. I'll start trading just because of the news. If news was at 1:30, I'd look to take a position at 12 for sure. That's 6 a.m. New York time. Yeah, this is hope this develops into something. Asia range, London should cause manipulation. Maybe it might keep expanding into New York because we are a little bit further away now from that key level I have marked. Itching to get taken out on 6E. Yeah, look, it's going to take the higher now. So that would be me coming taken out of the position if you took the short. But I didn't because I knew there's liquidity above. It was a setup though. SMR, 1 hour model. When it came above the 75%, you know, that's when you want to start looking precision swing point. So it's a waiting game. The draw liquidity is up here, looking for a bit more confluence. 8:16, sorry. New 15-minute bar was out. Nothing much we can do. I think I'm just going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I'll be back 10 minutes. The stream will be live, but I'll mute the sound. So as you can see, price is pushing up. To our draw of liquidity. Exactly what I said it was going to do after the equilibrium sweep. Still a bit of a waiting game. 825. Want to see that key level taken out on 6E really, at least previous day's high though, then I can consider something. So we are just waiting now still for these previous day high confluence to be hit. We're now drawing down to these lows like I said we were going to do. There's no confluence up here. We need to see these. We're already taking that, but previous day's lows here. If we get a weekly cycle, that means ES takes out previous day's low, NQ stays above. I am very interested in this SMR zone. If you can see here, that's 9 AM is often the reversal as well. I still want to see my 1 hour CRT model there. We'll mark the lows. Let's see what we get. See if we draw into this in the next 25 minutes. There's going to be a lot of liquidity below here, if you can't see my mouse. My model doesn't come all the time. It's going to be a lot of waiting if you're looking to follow me. 2-3 times a week. 1-2-3 times a week. I'm happy with that. I don't mind. It's high risk to reward. But when it does come, it pays well. I trade my own personal account and I have some funding. I'm trying to reach for another few fundings while I'm doing this all live. So this journey I am documenting for myself and for other people. Last few weeks haven't been the best for me. Seem to have missed a few trades, just being total transparency with the viewers. If you're watching this from the start. Back over to FX. So see how this is setting up as well. This is something to note if you're not familiar how the markets integrate with one another, inter-market setups. If you're using the bonds, use the bonds to give you an idea what's going to happen on FX, and use FX to give you an idea of what's going to happen inter-market on the index futures. Excuse me. So if you're looking for longs on NQ and shorts on FX, you're on the right track. Other than that, we follow the we follow the daily profile, and that gives us a better idea, clearer idea what's going to go on. And considering we're both bullish on the profile today, you can see how important these levels are. Built from time. I'm still not interested in it though. I'm going to be honest, not interested. There's not enough confluence. We've taken out this, so I want to see that buy side set taken out up here. Previous day's high. It's a waiting game. We're an hour and 34 minutes into the session. Still waiting for me. 8:38, 20 to 9. Don't know if we're actually going to get a trade, but we're obviously, if you look at the price action here, we've taken out some kind of, we've taken out some kind of sell side, and we're pushing up to reach for buy side. In order for us to take a short, we need to see these levels taken. And if price does seem to pull back, you know that New York's probably going to offer the real reversal after these sweeps. It sweeps liquidity. Excuse me, my throat is shocking. What's the VIX saying today? On the daily, 17.9 on the VIX. Seem to be staying within this range now, which is good for us, because back in April the VIX went mental. up at 41 or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's not ideal conditions, and it took a while for it to come back down this year. My model was not really working during this period of time that Trump came in. High volatility, not many confluences. So I've now built a model around the higher VIX. Excuse me. I've now built a model so this is how you can work out how you change your model in certain types of scenario or market cycles, for instance. That's a good indication. I use the VIX now. Had to find a way. Anyway, let's back to success. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, there's a buy side, sell side imbalance there. I'd like to see it tap into. Oh, it looks like YM's pushed into that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're moving on the index for sure. Possibly going to be a setup at 9. It's a waiting game. I am working on getting a camera as well, so I can add that to my stream so you can see what I'm doing. Make it look a little bit more professional than just a screen, but all in due time. If you like this, please share it with your friends as well. Okay, so we've got the sweep of liquidity. It's 8:45. I've taken previous day's low. If you can see, the indicators marking us to sequential SMT. So it's a very useful tool. There is loads of other features, but I'm not going to go through them. We're in this zone here, so we have a bullish daily profile. So we are back with the profile. We've got divergence, and we're in an SMR level. I'm looking to take this trade if we can get up there. I'm not looking to take this short. Like I said, I want to see something happen above these levels. If it pulls back a bit and we start going short, I believe that we'll get a manipulation in New York. We just got to carry on being patient here. There's nothing to do yet at the moment. The trade from equilibrium this morning needed to set up a little bit better than that. If the 6 a.m. candle closed into the 50%, then we might have had something to do. Just tap and run. It's just not enough confluence. I need 2 stages for me to take a trade. So I need the first tap and then create a new liquidity pool. Old liquidity pool, new liquidity pool. That's how Romeo teaches it, and that's how I trade now. I make it very, very easy for myself. We are getting a reaction off of this. I'm more interested in this though, guys, to be quite frank. So I'm going to start marking up this so everyone can have an idea of what I'm doing. The reason why I've started to do lives is that I think no matter how many people I show this strategy to, it's still gonna work. There's not enough retail in the market to actually move the market. So I was gonna keep it to myself, but now and then go on Discord and start a course and that. But I've just decided against it now. I'm just gonna do YouTube lives. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me YouTube on Twitter. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm obviously selling my indicator. If you want access to that, you can get it through my WAP. There's going to be a few updates coming to that for sure as we go through, because there's a few ideas I've come up with now and an idea to make it a little bit quicker, but that is a work in progress. I've got other things to sort out at the moment. So I've marked the lows. Just posting in my group what I'm doing. If you want to join my Discord, it is free. The link is in my Twitter or YouTube bio. I'm looking to get this funding done this month. September wasn't the month for me, so I'm looking to get another 200,000 in funding from Funded Next. I've got a few accounts, so I'm looking to just pass all these. I'm up about $600 on one on there. Sorry. Yeah, I'm up $600 over 4 accounts. So we shall see what happens, and I'm just going to keep on going. I need to build capital now, so that is the main goal, because you cannot do it just trading none. So you need to get a few more. I was dead against it. Trading my own account was just bit slow this year. It allowed me to build up consistency though, become consistently profitable, master my strategy. But yeah, funded next. I'm gonna go with these. See what they're like. They've got a new futures thing. Seems to be okay. If you do go over to Twitter, give us a like, give us a follow. Trying to build a bit more so I can reach more people, offer them more trading advice and lives for free. Don't want anything from it. Indicator obviously separates the days of the week: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, X. It's quite helpful. Excuse me. If this candle does start to close up with rejection after sweeping this low, there is a different model I can take. I'll start breaking down the hourly into the 15-minute. But let's see, we've still got 9 minutes left of the candle. Anything can happen. Excuse me. It's going to be a little bit like that today. Unfortunately, I'm just... I'll class these zones as old liquidity pools. If we're looking to trade out of these, this is an old liquidity pool, so I need to see a new liquidity pool. But we have to bear in mind, like I said earlier, that I'm still drawing up to these highs. This is not important to me. If it does go, it goes. It's not a trade I'm willing to take. My main focus is going to be on NQ. Now, we've got this weekly cycle coming in. The only thing with funded next when you're on the evaluation is that you can only use up to 3 contracts or 15 contracts on a micro, I think. So for futures, for index futures it's okay, but for currency futures it's a bit of an issue. You can't actually fully leverage your account. But we shall see what happens here. If we close exactly like we're looking, then I'm still looking to take that low. I will not be breaking it down to the 15 minute. 15 minute. All assets need to close at least above 50%, and then I'll start breaking it down, looking at the first quarter of the hour for a sweep on the sell side. Excuse me. 7 minutes to go till 9 AM. If we're bullish on the daily profile, where's our liquidity? Draw of liquidity. it's going to be previous day's high, especially if we're above 50%. Or we mitigated 50%, that's for sure. Okay, so we have here, we've opened, mitigated 50%, we've ran the low. Okay, if we're going to take a long, it's going to go back above 50% and go to the other end of the range. That's our next draw of liquidity. Same here, yep. So we've opened, mitigated 50%, run the low, and now we are getting. Remember, this is time and price as well. So look what we're getting here. We're getting a weekly cycle at the reversal time of 9 AM. Okay, so if we do get the new liquidity pool traded into, whether that be the 1 hour low, the 8 AM range low, or whether that be the 15-minute, time and price is still aligning here for us. And that is it. I wanted to see this low, but if all these assets close exactly where we are now, you know, Asia is the first draw because it's unmitigated, but realistically the high is, we've got a lot of liquidity resting in this gap here as well. That is coincidentally with an SMR zone. No, it's not a coincidence at all. Everything is built from time. So we have, and then we have this high up here. So let's just see what happens. We've mitigated the 50%. So a safe bet would be here, first target. Okay, because you can use these zones as liquidity, that's for sure. Or if one asset takes the high, then I would look to take profit, to be quite frank. Getting rejection, we're going to close like this in 3 minutes, then we can start using the 15 minutes to break down how we're going to try and form a trade and hope it just doesn't go without us. But there's definitely buyers coming into this level. As you can see, we've got this weekly cycle, we're coming out of this SMR. I think we're going to get down to the 1 hour low? If the rejection's like this, probably not. We're probably going to need some other sell side to take, and we have to pay attention to AMDX on 15-minute within the hour. 3 minutes to go. Excuse me. Now I am interested in this as well. I'll tell you why. I'm not interested in the short. I'm going to be interested if this price hovers around this level. With this liquidity above this, say the 6 hour closes like this, we get the 6 hour range. We pull into this 50%. We pull into the EQ of the 6 hour range. I'm interested in the long to take this out. We're bullish on the profile and we're building up liquidity above these highs now. On all the assets as well. Quite close here. And quite close here to previous day's high. So I'm not looking to take this short. We might see price trade off a bit, but in terms of a higher probability move for me, I think I'm going to wait until the level's gone, and I'd rather play into the level or after the sweep. Excuse me. Right, so how is this close here? We've got 45 seconds to go. The way I try and see it is if we just mark this, and if we close above the 50%, it's kind of rejection, and then I can kind of look to the 15-minute to see what is going on. We're above here, so yeah, we're and then it's all dependent on how the next 15-minute bar forms. So if we don't go and take the 1 hour low, okay, 9 AM opened, I want to see a little range formed. Ideally, that's what I want to see. I want to see some kind of range formed on the 15-minute, not a big bar. Then I want to see a manipulation of the range, and then I want to take out. And I want to go and take out. Look, we've got some liquidity here, got liquidity here, and then we got all this fair value gap. So that's going to be my first target for sure. Second target is previous day's high. I will see how price gets up here. But let's see how price develops now. You could risk a bit more on this trade, for sure. Notice how YM's bouncing off equilibrium there as well. Okay, let's just mark EQ of the 1 hour so we know what we're doing. I know we're going to be above it anyway, but we're just going to mark it out. See where it is when we come to trade. Are we going to run the low? I mean, I'll be happy days if we do. All the stars might align here, but I doubt it. I think it's too much for it to get down there, especially if we're going to continue going long. Just marking out EQ of the 1 hour range, 50% EQ, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. So even if this 15-minute bar closes down here, open, low, high, close though. If you can imagine, this is opening, got a lower, this might close higher, but hopefully we reject the high again, giving us a range formed, but we can't do anything now. Excuse me. Let's see what happens here. Just highlighting that we did mitigate 50% of that. If all assets run this low, so if I'm looking at this price action now, we're in this standard deviation zone, okay? So if all assets ran the low, and then we had some kind of lockstep price action, yeah, I would consider taking that long here. Okay, if all assets were lockstep, that is. At the moment, we've not taken out any sell side liquidity, so for me, there's no trade at the moment. I need the new liquidity pool to be taken. Let's have a little look. 15-minute. Maybe YM gets down there. You know, Oh, we're definitely selling off now. Still in the. I've got 6 minutes to execute before I have to wait for the 15-minute. Because often you'll find if it gets too close to XX15, then more likely price will sweep the XX15 model, and I've just been swept out so many times, so that's why I just wait. Maybe YM is going to get below this low. Excuse me. If you see, this is the first 5 minutes of the candle, though we are pushing down. Open, low, high, close. The 15-minute didn't seem to break the high again, did it? So I think 908 will be the next microcycle as well. Just go on a 1 minute. Let's see what's going on. Come on, YM. Let's get down there. Come on, baby. Tuesday, the 30th of September. So we've got no micro anyway, and 908 is the micro, but I'm still waiting for one of the assets to take the low. Or we wait for the first 15 minutes. Excuse me. We're just getting below that XX45 model. Okay, so YM could take the low here. What have we got? We've got 906. Need to see that liquidity pool taken. It's drawing lower for sure. New micro cycle comes out 45 seconds. Are we going to get something special, sexy, wonderful? Okay, we are. What's going on here? Why is it? That's the old one. New micros coming out. New micros being drawn. See how the line produced there, that shows the segments of time, gives you an idea. Get the indicator on my WAP, like I say, just showing you how it all works. Excuse me. Right, I don't like this. This is just built up liquidity now here. I want to see the sweep before I do anything. At the moment, we're just going to play into this fair value gap here, and we probably might run lower. Not interested at all. If we close below that, we've got 2 minutes to execute, 1 minute to execute. 2 minutes. But I want to. If one asset does sweep, then if YM does sweep, then I'm interested in looking for a precision swing point. If it doesn't, I'm waiting for the first 15 minute to get swept anyway. Formed a nice range, especially if we don't get a change in state of delivery. If we just go up from here, then it's an invalidation, and I can't take the trade anyway. So My model is the 1 hour CRT with a microcycle below. I'm looking for a precision swing point for execution. We're below the 50%. 9:09. That's GMT time. Let's see what happens here. Got a few minutes left. Last minute to go before I say we have to take the Q1 of this hour. Wait for the manipulation. I don't think we're going to get the micro. Looks like we'll just push it up. Haven't taken that liquidity. That's okay. Oh, it's not meant to be today. That's annoying. Maybe this 15-minute continues to fuck around. But then again, the manipulation is still going to be below this leg, this low here, for us to take a trade. So maybe 9:45. I'm going to stay on a little bit longer just so we can get this trade in if it does potentially set up. Normally stop at 9 and carry on doing other things. We're above here, above on all assets. I'm still not comfortable taking that. We're beginning to get some kind of hidden sequential SMT. If you can see the candle, body candle closes above this one. But that doesn't mean anything to me. I like to see all assets take the liquidity pool and then have a hidden. If that's the only way, I'll take a hidden. And if you need more explanation on that, you can find it in my Discord or contact me directly, but on Twitter, and I'll answer some questions or leave your comments here. That is a shame. I thought we were going to get that then. I thought price was going to take that low. That'd have been a decent setup for sure. Okay, so we've inversion. We've got an inversion higher. 3 minutes left of the 15-minute candle. Are we going to pull back down? Got these relative equal loads here. I still think we need some sell side before we go up. We've built up this liquidity now. What's the 15 minutes saying? Yeah, so no clear CSD. So change the state of delivery. If we close like this, I'll be looking for a manipulation below the low. To go higher, we've got all that built up liquidity there on NQ. But if YN does go for the low, it's going to go for the 1 hour low as well, which is still good. Get a clean micro. The next micro is going to be 30, I think. 0930. It's a waiting game for us. On Tuesday, London session. I will be back today in New York. FX I'll be back on at 11:30. I've got a bullish daily profile, so I'll look to trade at 11:30, that's for sure, if we haven't taken out that liquidity by then. 9:14. 50 seconds to go. Excuse me. Okay, so it looks like we're going to close on a range for the first 15 Q1 of the hour. So I ideally like to see some manipulation below the low and a fresh micro. So what's happening now in the 15-minute? Open, high, low, close, which is good because we want to get below the low, and that shows that price is forming its wick. Excuse me. The stream would have normally finished by now, but I am running it over. Just trying to watch price around these levels now. If something does come, then we've got a trade. Oh look, 6S is drawing to these highs, which is good, but I still think 6E's got to take out this level first before we do anything. It's so important identifying that draw of liquidity, profiling the market as well, days, even weeks, session profile. I even profile the hourly as well. If the Jude has done this, if 8 AM does this, it means this, you know. If you want more details about that, you can join my Discord and ask questions in there. The link is in my description on YouTube or X account. You can find it there and you can join for free. I'm not charging anything to go in there. Most of my lives are now going to be on YouTube though, because it's free to use and doesn't cost me anything, considering my content is all free now, except from the use of my indicator that is going to be charged. You can get access to that through WAP. Okay, so we've this is not really what we want to see, to be honest. Don't want to see a manipulation above. That means the XX45 could come in. Oh, it's just not playing ball. Excuse me. Needed that level of liquidity, the new liquidity pool, to be taken out. If we open then take the high, what does that mean? We're going to come back to 50%. Open, high, low, close. Okay, so we'll probably get back down here, which is okay, but I'm not going to take anything at 9:30 with because that is normally fucked about with. So if you can say that the first candle is 9 to 9:15, that is a range. There's no clear change state delivery, and we close back within the 50% of the range. Okay, so it's indecision candle. We've manipulated above in the next candle, so I'm not looking to take the 9:30 trade. I'll be looking to trade 9:45. Okay, so I'm just gonna excuse me, don't know why that's come up over there. Chat for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so we're manipulating higher in the first 5 minutes of the candle, so that will indicate 50% or other end of the range. I'm gonna just go grab another quick drink because my throat's killing me. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, sorry that was a bit longer than planned. I had a phone call. And as you can see, like I've been saying for the whole live session today, we're expecting 6E to get up to this level. And what is it doing? It is climbing up to that level. It mitigated the EQ. Wasn't an entry for me. It's invalidated just by a sweep. Okay. We're now going into 10 AM. I want to see this high go. I'm going to set up an alert here. Okay. You're seeing me call price live, people. I'm doing it live as we go through the session. Okay. Get access via Discord. Or if you want something else, yeah, you can contact me. Okay, 6E's just taken that level. Okay, so let's have a look what's happened here. First candle accumulation, we've got the manipulation above. Waiting for now. I'm going to mark out this low. I'll see what happens. XX15 and XX45 is something I've come up with. So if you're watching this and anyone else is talking about this, I have come up with this. Something I've been testing for years. Let's see how this opens. When's a new microcycle? There's definitely been a bit of mucking around, hasn't there? Okay, so that was at 9:30. It didn't get a microcycle. One above. If we're gonna take the low is probably gonna come in there. So yeah, it's not likely we're gonna get that. What are we doing over here? Draw of liquidity met. Our weekly cycle. Could potentially look to short here. Okay, now he's purged this liquidity. It's 10 AM. Not the best time, but still available. We've got still can look for something for sure. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer stream now. Let's mark out the highs. We're still in this standard deviation box here as well, so we've actually got a similar setup, right? If you look at NQ, weekly cycle, okay, SMR level, trading out, trading the high. If you look, this is opposite correlation, okay. We're looking to trade a short down into here. What do we need though? Old liquidity pool. We've got extra confluence there. We can double up our risk here. If we do take this high, full body, thick body candle, okay, you want to see a sweep above one asset. We're also quite close here on 6S, so if we are going to leave that, I prefer that not to be swept. I've got 12 minutes. Let's see what happens. Just sending this into my group. So if you followed this live stream from the start, you'll know that I've called price to this morning, all live. I know where the draw of liquidity is. It's a shame we couldn't get a long entry from the EQ. Just didn't set up the way I need it. It's still a bit of a waiting game, pushing into this daily buy side, sell side imbalance. Okay, it's not actually a fair value gap because we have to break below that. So yeah, it's just a bit of a waiting game for us. You know, there is going to be equilibrium of this, but I don't tend to focus my attention on fair value gaps as such. I like to trade old highs and lows. I trade CRT, Romeo's model. It's a better way of looking at price, candles, individual ranges, and then groups of candle ranges. So these 3 candle models I like to trade. You see this now pushing up into this. The weekly is bearish. So if you're expecting a bear, because this is change state delivery below, if you're expecting a bearish candle on the next weekly candle, we have to open, high, low, close, right? Draw of liquidity is here. It is the same with this as well, but because we're above the 50%, my immediate draw is the previous week's high. So I want to see price get above that if we can. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of a cold. That's annoying. We didn't get no microcycle and now price is pushing up. One of them things, unfortunately. Not my model. Okay, so the trade idea itself was good, but I think we were just not given an entry model. We didn't get the excuse me. We didn't get the micro, did we? Yeah, that definitely is why I just didn't get the micro below the low that we're looking for. No cracking correlation. That's also fine. Draw of liquidity will be Asia to this gap that's formed here for sure. And obviously, can you use these SMR levels as draw of liquidity as well? Okay, so my focus is now going back onto currency futures. After that massive run of liquidity, we're moving into 10 o'clock. Still got a weekly cycle, so it's a valid trade from me. Whether we go and create that new liquidity pool. 6E is also taken previous day's high as well, and the 3 candle model's high. So that's a level I look to fade anyway. If I'm gonna look for a level, the 3 candle model high or low is, or the weekly 3 candle model high or low is gonna be a level I'm looking to fade. So I'm looking now at this. We've got 6 minutes left of this candle. It's 9:54. The stream is running on a little bit longer than planned, just in the hope that we might be able to catch something, possibly a short on FX. Index futures I just think has moved a bit too much now. In actual fact, maybe the 15-minute now. You know, we've swept liquidity twice. So we don't necessarily need to come back down to the 50%. If you can see, we've had multiple taps here. 1, 2. Okay, so maybe we could, if this closes nicely, we could use the first 15-minute candle as manipulation. So 10.15 we're looking for here. If nothing happens there, I will wait until 1, and I can't. I need to have a break. Excuse me. Okay, so we've had a drop below the 1 hour here. Alright, so that means that I need 15-minute next Q1. So we're looking to trade now 10.15 on both the assets. What did we get here? Yes, we did get a rejection as well. So I'm looking 10.15. After that, I'm out of here. I've held on enough. Otherwise, I'm just going to be here all the fucking day. I need to have a little break, have something to eat. So it's again another waiting game. We're taking buy side on this candle, right? So we need another bit of, sorry, we're taking sell side on this candle, excuse me. So we need some more sell side for us to take a trade. Normally I'd wait for a Q1. Wait for the first range to form. That's a shame. That is a shame. If we're just going to push right down, that means we're going to look for a new level of liquidity at 12 o'clock actually, if this does keep pushing down, because London high will be in, and then we'll look for a 6-hour SMT probably. I'm not getting a new liquidity pool, but breaking below. If we get the 15-minute expansion, I'm done. Excuse me. Ten minutes left. Let's see what we're getting here. Let's go on the 15-minute. What are we having here then? I need to get another screen, so I'm not keep flicking. I want to put these double screens stacked above each other, so I've got this triad and then the next triad above. Let's see what we do. Okay, we've got a level of liquidity below here. 15 at the moment. That is just where it is. We have a bullish daily profile, so a buying below the open. We've also taken, we now have a divergence. Excuse me, a weekly cycle pushing out of a standard deviation zone. And are we going to be left behind completely on this trade as well as the other one? I do hope not. It's just not. It doesn't seem to be playing ball, does it? I think we're going to get an expansion here as well, which is fucking annoying. You all should know by now, price moves from buy side to sell side liquidity. That's all it's ever doing. So, and where does liquidity rest? Old highs and old lows. So if you see here, this has taken the low, right? So we've taken sell side. Okay, for in order for me to take a short, I need some buy side. So that's why I need the 15 minutes to start closing up here. But I don't think we're going to get that. It looks like we're just sweeping this level and then just going to tumble. So let's have a little look at the 6 hour, see what that looks like. There was always this level of liquidity here, right? So we've got this SMT here as well between the days. We'll see how this closes. Another hour of this and then Seven minutes left of this candle. 8 minutes. It's a little bit of a longer stream, guys. Do apologise, but I just wanted to see if we can get something. Tuesday, 30th of September. It's NFP week. Considering this is going to be our better trading days. Excuse me. When does the next microcycle begin? Excuse me. A little bit under the weather, guys. So we should be hitting a micro in a minute, a fresh micro at 10:15, 10:14, 10:15, something like that. YM looks to be below 50% of the range anyway. Ideally want to see NQ become $10.10. Yeah, ideally I would like to take a long on NQ, short on 6E. I want to see this level. Let's measure out this actually. That's the fresh range here. Yeah, so I want to see it get below that level. 15-minute. What are we doing here then? There's obviously a bit more sellers in 6S, isn't there? It's not even, it's the weaker asset by far. 6E seems to be the strongest. The one I would take though. Because I prefer to take the turtle soup entry. Ideally. But to be quite frank, I actually just trade 6E and Q, but I prefer to take this entry as it's taking the liquidity. Might not be the strongest, the weakest in this scenario. Right, all really depends on how this closes now to what I do. We get two of the assets like this, I'm just going to leave it and wait. Come back in at 12 PM as I'm trying to look for shorts. I'm not trying to, yeah, look at this now, it's starting to fuck about. Excuse me. Do apologise, I'm not very well. New micro coming up. What's this 15 minutes saying? Not a great deal. We're having expansion now. 3 candle model. Probably get a wick below and close back up. What we got? 1 minute left of this 15-minute candle. So if I'm looking at this now, what was the first candle done? It's expanded, right? So for me, I'm not looking to trade this first candle. I'm gonna probably wait. We're getting 15 minutes. Well, we're over my London session time. I thought there might be something after this purge of liquidity up here, but we need a new liquidity pool. It didn't give us what we wanted. Neither did NQ. Okay, so that's all right. Don't worry. There'll be something for sure. Maybe later on this afternoon. Definitely was liquidity there. This seemed to be the weaker asset. It's just pulling down. So what we got? We got 20 seconds here. So if I'm looking here, yeah, so this has been invalidated for me because I'm not going to trade this. I'll wait till 12 now. I am long on this asset on the profile, but we've tapped into some high liquidity pools. So I'm just going to monitor where this closes now, the 6 hour. I'll monitor this at 11 to see where we are. I think we have purged enough buy side in order to go back down here. So it's a bit of a waiting game. We've got SMT as well. That's all stacking confluence in our favour. What's NQ doing? Right, so the first candle has broke. What it normally require me to be would just be a little bit vigilant here, and I'll just be waiting for some. I'm waiting for some kind of inversion. But if you see, we don't have any buy side, sell side imbalance. Okay, so we've already. Did get that wick into 50%. Excuse me. No precision swing point. There's nothing for us to invert here. So you might want to see a second sweep of the low. Let's see what happens here. See if we get another little SMT. I think we're going to break. Break for love. No, you know what? I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not clean. This looks like a mess. I think I'm going to end the stream, guys. 3 hours and 14 minutes. I'll come back at New York. Thank you very much. It's Timed Edge. Give us a like and subscribe. Leave any comments down in the section below, and I will get back to you.